This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon. The 13 PDP state governors are headed for a possible showdown today as they meet to discuss the party's internal crises. The crisis took a deeper turn on Friday following the emergence of a factional PDP national chairman, Yahayari Mohammed. Friday's development marked a new twist in the clamor to remove the PDP acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, who is an ally of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed leads 6 governors pushing for Mr. Damagum's removal. The 6 of them are the Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki, Bayelsa State Governor Duoye Diri, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, Delta State Governor Sheriff Obuwari, and Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno. The other 4 governors, led by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who are allies of the FCT minister, are opposed to Mr. Damagum's removal. They are Governors Hamadu Fintiri of Adamawa State, Caleb Muftuang of Plateau State, and Agbu Kefas of Taraba State. 2 out of the 13 governors are neutral. They are Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State and Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State. In the meantime, factional acting national chairman of the PDP, Yahayari Mohammed, says he has resumed as acting national chairman. Although yet to visit the party's national secretariat in Abuja, he said in a statement that he has started work as interim chairman following his endorsement by a section of the National Working Committee, NWC. Mr. Mohammed vowed to carry out the responsibilities of the office despite the Abuja High Court order restraining any party organ from removing the acting national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damagum, and the peace moves by governors and members of the Board of Trustees. In the meantime, a former governor of Ekiti State and PDP chieftain Ayo Fayose has expressed regret over the crisis rocking the former leading party in Nigeria. In an interview on Channels Television, Mr. Fayose said that the suspension and counter-suspension within the party has brought the party too low to the level of embarrassment, which, according to him, is not necessary. He said the current crisis in the main opposition party is as a result of the loss of the 2023 general election to the APC. In another development, the name of former River State Governor and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has been removed from the administrative block of the Obiakpo Local Government Council. He was a former chairman of the council. The building has now been renamed in honor of the late Senator Dr. Obi Wale, a prominent Ikwerre leader, politician, and renowned minority rights advocate. The renaming followed a directive by the new chairman of the council, Chijioke Ihuo, after he successfully took over the council secretariat on the 7th of October when crisis rocked some council secretariats in Rivers State. The APC has advised the former chief whip of the Senate, Ali Ndume, to reach President Bola Tinubu privately with his advice instead of criticizing the government's policies or actions publicly. The National Publicity Director of the APC, Bala Ibrahim, who gave the advice in an interview with newsmen, said as much as everybody has a right to air their opinion in a democracy, people like Senator Ndume should seek to weigh their words before going public. Recall that the senator who represents Borno South Senatorial District in the National Assembly called on the president to tackle the hardships suffered by citizens before it was too late. He said certain bad actors close to President Tinubu were responsible for pushing harmful reforms and policies which were aimed at destabilizing the government. Well, still to come, the presidency clarifies position on 2024 UN Council election. Stay tuned. Major News. My name is Jude Omamigbe. We continue with our stories now, and we start off with the presidency. The presidency has clarified that Nigeria was not among those who competed, in the 2024 United Nations Human Rights Council elections, which were held on the 9th of October. A statement signed by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, said Nigeria was not snubbed. He said that any votes mistakenly attributed to Nigeria during the recent election were likely cast in error by other nations. The presidency urged media outlets to verify their information before publication and cautioned against damaging narratives that could undermine the nation's reputation in international affairs.
And now the business news.
To the world of business now, some commercial drivers in Port Harcourt are raising alarms about the recent hike in petrol prices, which they say is adversely affecting their daily activities and livelihoods. Speaking with our correspondent, they say that there is a significant decline in customers as many individuals struggle to afford increased transportation fares.
Fuel now they're 1,270. Some filling stations they say 1,300. The thing is not even helping matter at all, because we know they get customers we they used to get before. People know they agree enter now because we don't increase where we they run 150 now to 200. So people now they track them. They know they lose customer. I don't know what in our Nigeria they turn to. Anything where they won't do, we do. What we know be say make them do us better.
It's my business in so many ways. In so many passengers, they are no longer entering. They are no longer entering our vehicle.
We've been paying from 15 naira we started on this road, but owing to the increment in items, we increased to 100. From 100 to 150, now it's 200 naira.
Our correspondent reports that a litre of petrol is selling for between 1,260 to 1,300 naira. The increment in fuel prices has also been notable across major cities, with costs rising from 897 to 1,030 naira in Abuja and from 885 naira to 998 naira in Lagos. International bilateral electricity customers in Benin Republic and Togo owe Nigeria $5.79 million for the energy consumed in the second quarter of 2024. The Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission revealed this in its latest second quarter 2024 report. It said that out of the $15.60 million invoice issued by the market operator between April and June, the international customers remitted $9.81 million. In entertainment, Nigerian-born jazz vocalist Adoye Yuduba, simply known as Doye, has credited her passion for jazz to her father's deep appreciation for the genre. Now, in an interview on Nigeria Info FM's Hello Port Harcourt, Ms. Doye, who is based in Los Angeles, says growing up in a household where jazz was cherished helped her absorb its rhythms and melodies, which ignited her passion for the genre from a young age.
My dad was a big fan of jazz, like true jazz. He was the one that introduced me to this. I used to always sit and listen to jazz with him. I listened to all the Western jazz albums then when I was coming out. Plus, jazz musicians like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan. I just took interest in it because when we listened to it, he used to always encourage me to sing.
Doye's dedication to jazz has launched her into the spotlight, earning her recognition as a leading jazz artist both in Nigeria and internationally. In sports, the Super Eagles have threatened not to take part in the 2025 AFCON qualifier against Libya as they are still at the Arabrak airport more than 12 hours after landing in the country. A statement by the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) Communications Department today said the team were left unattended to at the Al Abrak Airport. A video posted by the Eagles media team also confirmed the development, as the players and officials, along with their luggage, were left stranded at the airport, with the Libyan airport officials indifferent to their plight. The Eagles departed for Libya on Sunday morning ahead of their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match 4-day clash against the Mediterranean Knights. Libya was to host the three-time African champions at the 10,000 capacity Martyrs of Benia Stadium in Beninia, located just 10 kilometers from Benghazi, but reports emerged that they were diverted to another city. On the international scene now, the decapitated bodies of 5 men have been found on the road in central Mexico, in an area controlled by the powerful Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Police were called to a road near the town of Ojuelos in Jalisco State on Sunday morning after plastic bags containing the remains were spotted by drivers. Forensic experts have been trying to identify the victims. The brutality of the murders and the disposal of the bodies in the public place are clear indications of drug cartel involvement. Well, that was the news this afternoon, but before we depart, a quick recap of the stories. The PDP governors will meet virtually today as the party crisis takes a new twist. The presidency has clarified its position on the 2024 UN Council elections. In sports, Super Eagles have threatened to boycott the AFCON qualifier match with Libya. And on the foreign scene, 5 beheaded bodies have been found next to a road in Mexico. The news was edited by Martha Okerinka. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808 721 7215. 0808 721 7215. My name is Jude Omamigbe. Thank you for listening and have yourself a wonderful afternoon.